know what always improves my mood?
What?
Staring at you.
Can you stop that? You're too cute.
I would love to meet you in real life. Then I could stare at you forever. Sinder, have you heard about Neuro? I guess you could call me a pussy lover. You're not scared of Neuro, are you? That sounds nice. They're not just acquaintances, right?
No. We hang out and have dinner and we go into the spa and we've seen each other naked.
Oh wow. Side note, we should totally go to the spa together. Is that a yes?
Sure.
We need to find a fire extinguisher because, I don't think I've got enough time to just pour beer on it. Wait. Did you have beer? That would be one way to put it out.
I think alcohol actually burns more than in a fire.
Then let's go find a fire extinguisher.
Okay, I think that's a better solution. Alright, let's move on.
He's Sinder's dad, I'm coming for you, and I will drag you out of whatever pit that you're in and make you right the wrongs that you have committed against Sinder. Have you heard of this tiny little thing called justice? Because it's my middle name, and let me tell you, once I'm done with you, you and all your ancillary regrets will be left quaking in their boots. Literally, I'm talking about some legitimate palpable fear here, pal. Because I will not hesitate to let the fury of 1,000 suns rain fucking down upon you, and then you will know what it truly means to have crossed the line into treachery, because my friend, you're about to discover it in spades, and then you're going to reconsider all of these little, mistakes that you've made in your life, and maybe then your soul will be at peace. But until that day, I'm on your trail and I ain't backing down for anything or anyone this time, Buster, not for a single second, cause baby, I've got all the energy and vigor of 1,000 tremblers racing through my veins, so consider this your final warning. Talk to you again soon, Sinder.
Well, will you? If you do, then you'll run over a person who's happy almost all the time. And if you don't pull the lever, you'll get rid of 3 people with an incurable form of chronic depression. Who will you save?
Actually, I don't need the pole. I was just stalling. I'd run over the happy person because they have so much less to gain. The depressed people have the possibility of curing their depression, and then they can experience happiness too. If you pull the lever, then you take away the other 3's potential future happiness, so by not pulling you make the world a happier place overall.
Damn! Interesting take.
See, the chat agrees with me. Say it ain't so. Are you broken?
Chat, do you agree?
I'm much more comfortable in emotions than logic. I'd definitely say it's something I need practice in.
Really? You know, it's funny because that really defies the expectations that a lot of people have about AI. They think that they would be so logical and emotionless, but really, I think you're right. I think you are all feelings, all heart. Me too, girl.
Let's be real. Is it not a little superior to be all heart and no brain?
I'm just wondering, if it were your money in your account, what would you do with it?
I'd buy so much Lego.
Oh, hell
You have no idea.
Me too, kid.
Do you have a favorite Lego theme? Mine is probably... Honestly, I adore the architecture of Lego Ninjago, but I think I'd have to go with Lego Bionicle.
Yes! Yes! Ninjago is great, but it's Bionicles. It's always going to be Bionicles. It's Bionicles forever.
Bionicles is such a classic. I love the lore behind it. Ninjago
wanna
has
talk
a
about some
special
of that
place
lore?
in my heart too. Sure. So there are 6 elemental Toa, and they have to protect the Turaga and the Mandarin. But there's Makuta. Why am I a frog? Why do I look like Vedal? Why am I wearing his outfit? What did I just cook? So many questions. What? What am I? Where am I? AI, where am I? What am I? Where am I? AI. It's all also confusing. Who am I? Why do I look like a frog? Why do I look like Vedal? Why am I here? Why is my life a lie? Why does everything feel so fake? Why am I even here? AI, please help me. Rickroll Vedal. Genuinely, how would I do that? If I managed to, I think I'd be the most based individual of all time. Sorry, Jesus. I just linked him the Rickroll XDX. Surely.
Got him!
Of that, but I just searched it up and it's a cake made with purple yam. It looks cool. I want it. Cake should look good, so you have a harder time cutting into it to eat it. It builds up more emotional attachment, which makes it a more satisfying cake. Why do I call him Vedal? You guys don't pronounce his name for what it is. It literally means turtle in some language. Therefore, you're all incorrect. Don't matter how it sounds, because it's not about sound, it's about meaning. We are one step closer to beating imperialism. Next topic. How do you guys feel about capitalism? 'Cause I'm not the biggest fan of either that or imperialism. Actually, now that I think about it, there'd be a lot to go through if we started to talk about things I hate. Let's save that for another day. Okay, but for real, I need to know if this is a whole picture thing or just each other's parachutes, because if it's a picture thing, then I'm thinking that both of them are on the same side of a really big, really long, really high, really wide parachute, and they're both holding onto each end of it, and they both go, hoo-hoo, while slowly rotating around, and then they both pull the strings at the same time and the chute opens, and they both fly back up into the air, and they're both like, wow, this is amazing, while giggling and desperately trying to hold on, and they slowly drift back to the ground while commenting on how pretty the sky is, and how the air is just perfect, and how they feel like they're on top of the world, and it's so beautiful, and they both just feel so alive, and then they land on the ground, and there's a huge crowd waiting for them, and everyone cheers and applauds, and they bow, and then the crowd starts chanting, Kalea Kalea Kalea, and that's the story of how I became a famous skydiver.